welcome back, heroes. This is OmniFlash. Today we will be telling you how to get legendaries for free from the Maze of the Abyss. And I haven't just gotten one legendary, I've gotten 2 legendaries in the past week. Stay tuned. So if you've watched the Ultimate Strategy Guide to TALION Part 2, I stress how important it is to up your alts. So my main is a mage, and my alts are the gunner, the warrior, and the assassin. It's very important that you level them up and do their dailies every single day if you have time. It makes it so much easier to level up your main. If you have a chance, it would be a good thing to go over and check out the Ultimate Strategy Guide to TALION Part 2 just to get your alts up and running, because you will need these alts when you are running the Maze of the Abyss. If you want free legendaries and free rares every single day, you will want to have your alts up, because to enter the Maze of the Abyss, you need 230k CP. This is combined CP for all your alts and your main character. I recommend that your main character be about 130k CP. I did my first Maze of the Abyss when I was 130k CP on my main, which was the mage. Now, the mage actually has a heal spell, which I find to be the most useful skill out of all the characters, because it heals you by 30%, and it's very important to level up and gear up your mage, even if it's your alt, as soon as possible, so that the mage has some sort of HP, has some sort of defense, and is able to keep healing your main. Now, the heal spell allows you to kite the mobs in the Maze of the Abyss, and you will be able to regen health that you lose while being able to do some damage to them and complete the Maze of the Abyss much easier. So yes, do focus on your mage, level up the gear on your mage, on your alts, if possible, as soon as you can. As you get deeper into the Maze of the Abyss, your rewards get better and better. On stages 27, you can get gnome accessories, and those are one of the best accessories in the game. On stage 28, you will need 588 KCP combined total with your main and all your alts in order to enter floor 28. But floor 28 gives you the possibility of getting mythical weapons, mythical armor, and mythical accessories. So this is floor 1 of the Maze of the Abyss. You get not 1 OmniFlash, but 4 OmniFlashes. Now, you can't actually control your other 4 characters, and they usually march straight to their deaths because they don't have the CP that your main has. And they, if a group of mobs go onto them, they die almost immediately. As the stage goes on, the mobs get more attack, and your sub characters, they die even more faster. So here I am. I'm trying to keep my alts alive, but as you can see, the taunt from the warrior class is pretty much a death sentence for your warrior. If you use the warrior class skill, it taunts all of the monsters towards your warrior, and that way you can use an AoE and kill the monsters, hopefully, before the warrior dies. But you use that taunt, all the monsters will focus your warrior, and if you don't kill the monsters before then, your warrior just dies. Alright, so all of my alts have died. It is just me right now. The range characters are more of a problem. I can probably kite the melee characters real easily, but the range characters, they have a very long range, it's more difficult. So if you do get a bunch of range characters, a bunch of range monsters, do kill them first. Now I do want to try to get to 588k combined CP as quickly as possible. It is actually much harder to gain CP on your main after a certain point, so I'm going to gain CP on my ults as well. Hopefully I will be able to do the tower, the Maze of the Abyss, as soon as possible on my ults as well. But because my ults are all less than 50k CP at the moment, they aren't able to complete the first stage. And if I can get them all into some decent gear, I will be able to do and start gearing them up. So my main character right now is about 150k CP, and it's growing steadily. And before I know it, I'm sure that I will be about 300k CP. It might take a month or two, but then I will be able to do the Maze of the Abyss and get free mythical gear every single day. You get one ticket, and you get one ticket for all of your characters. So your main gets a ticket, your warrior gets a ticket, your gunner gets a ticket, your assassin gets a ticket, and they can all do it. So if I can get my ults to about 90k CP, they can probably do the first stage. And since my main is 300k CP, my main can do all the damage. So all I have to do is, if I have a main that's 300k CP, they will be able to tank all of these mobs. So it'll be very easy to finish Maze of the Abyss. So you do have to focus on your main, but you will also have to focus on your ults, because it is feasible to get your main to 300k CP, but getting your main only to 588k CP will be most difficult, very much impossible. So my goal is to have my mage get to 300k CP, my gunner, my warrior, and my assassin up to about 90k CP. Then I will be able to complete the maze on each and every one of my ults, getting them free legendaries and perhaps a free mythical on my main. This is the final boss of the first floor of the Maze of the Abyss, and unfortunately I was only able to get a rare, but a rare a day is still pretty good. And you will be able to power up your main gear using these rares to limit break and to enhance your main weapon. Alright, I do have footage of my fails using my gunner and my assassin and my warriors. Basically, you want to level them up, get them to have enough health and damage so that they can utilize the heals from my main and stay alive and still do enough damage. But currently my ults do not do enough damage. They don't have the stats in order to complete the maze yet, so I'm not going to show that video. If you guys want to see the videos of my ults attempting and failing miserably, maybe I can post that, but tell me in the comments below. Right now I am going to attempt the Maze of the Abyss Stage 2. But before that, I'm going to try to get some boss attack. Having some extra boss attack may help you in the Maze of the Abyss. Even if you are focused in PvP as I am, having some extra boss attack will help you with the PvE content, especially with the Maze of the Abyss. Here we go. Stage 2 gives armor. Stage 1 gives a weapon. Stage 3 gives accessories. As I gain CP, I will go deeper and deeper into the Maze of Abyss. I'm wondering if, you know, as you go deeper, if the rates will get higher. I'm not sure, because I think the rates are already pretty high. I got 2 legendaries in my first 3 tries in the Maze of Abyss. Okay, so the skills for the warrior, as I said before, is a taunt, and it also gives you defense, and also makes you invulnerable for 10 seconds. Your other skills, such as the assassin, gives you critical damage and plus attack. The gunner gives more attack and attack speed. All of these are great skills, but like I said before, the mage has a heal. So if your mage isn't your main, you probably want to level up and skill up your mage so that they can heal your main. Very important to skill them up, increase that HP. It gives you a 30% boost of HP every time you use her. Also, if your alts die and you want to get that rare, you can spend 10 white gems in order to res them. Which isn't a bad deal for a chance to get a legendary. 10 white gems to res your healer so that your healer can heal your main, so that you can finish the Maze of the Abyss. I'm very fortunate to have a mage as my main, and I get the heal. I can kite the Maze of the Abyss very easily. All you gotta do is run in a circle and spam your skills whenever possible. This boss is rather annoying, but if you save up your dodges, you'll be able to dodge his pounce and hopefully heal up. There we go. Maze of the Abyss Stage 2 completed, and legendary gloves. The upper layers, stages 1, as you go deeper, you get better gear. You can actually look through the Maze of the Abyss, and it is sort of like what the devs rank as the weakest set and the strongest set. You will find some weak sets at the very top of the Abyss, and then as you go deeper into the Abyss, the higher stages will have the stronger gears, the gears that you want the most. So I used that legendary to limit break my gloves, and now my gloves are a lot stronger. All I need to do is keep doing this Maze of the Abyss, and before I know it, I'll have mythical gloves. I do have a ton of armor stones. I get those from each of my alts. My original plan was to get my alts up to maybe about 30k CP so they can do the second stage of golems every single day. They can transfer those stones to my main so that I can create legendary gear. So plans have changed a little bit with the release of the Maze of the Abyss. I can get legendary gear straight from the maze. So right now I have changed my goals. I'm going to level up all of my characters, and I'm gonna change my goals on my alts. I'm gonna make them more boss centered so that they can be more useful for the Maze of the Abyss. So now I've gotten more and more CP. I can now attempt stage 3 of the Maze of the Abyss. To be honest, I feel so strong. I feel like I can just AFK stage 3. But that is of course because I am a ranged character and I also have the heal. So if you have a different type of character, if you are melee like an assassin or warrior, you may have a harder time. And gunners, they are ranged, but they are kind of squishy. Now the bosses and the monsters are getting a whole lot stronger. Can't tank them as easily. And my alts are starting to die. Now this is the last boss, Lucipel. Gonna have to destroy some of the monsters around the main boss. So the Maze of the Abyss is something that you can go to every day, get free rare, free legendary gear every single day. And eventually, in a few months, you'll be able to get free mythical gear. Not from 11x chests, but from the Maze of the Abyss. Here we go. Lucipel is dead. Give me my legendary ring. Now my ring is already mythical, so it is very difficult to limit break a mythical. I absolutely recommend that you use a mythical to limit break mythicals, because the chance of limit breaking a mythical with a legendary is not worth it. You're going to lose everything. So do make the legendary a mythical before you attempt to limit break it. It's 12%. So it's near impossible to limit break a mythical. You'll be wasting your legendary if you try to limit break a mythical with a legendary. you will get so many stones as you level your alts that you send all your stones and then level up your legendary so that you can use a mythical to limit break your mythical. So that's it for this video. Thanks a lot, everybody. Please subscribe, like, and comment below. Tell me what other videos you might want. Tell me how you like this video. Let me know, and I'll see you next time.